Hello everybody, and welcome to the concluding part of the adventures of Flik the Mage. That's right, we're going to kill the last boss in this part, but first, there's one more thing I've been forgetting about. We have a sinner to punish. We're going to use the cracked eye orb that we got in Undead Crypt, and the NPC who we will punish is the lying miracle bitch. I can't remember her name. So, we are going to murder her. So if she sells anything you want, miracle wise or whatever else, buy them first, because she's gonna die, and it's perfectly illegal. I guess that's not the way to say it, but still, it's not a sin if you do it via the eye orb. Now, she's actually a bit of a pain in the arse because she spams two spells mostly: Wrath of the Gods and Cure or Heal, whatever we want to call it. So she knocks you over and then heals herself. She's probably going to be pretty tough to kill as a mage, I would say. You really do have to just like whittle her down as a melee person. So I may die. It'd be rather embarrassing if I die to her, because I think I'm going to find the last boss a bit of a pushover as a mage, to be honest. I could be eating those words in about 10 minutes time. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to trying to fight her, but we're going to give it a go. Yeah, it's her doing... Oh, that's the other one she does. She does like a... What was the name of that? I can't remember the name of the spell. Right, she does actually take reasonable damage from spells. It might not look like I'm taking off much of her HP, but I actually am. It's just that she has a lot of HP. She's trying to run up to me to do Wrath of the Gods. There we go. I want a chime that casts as fast as hers. Right, let's step up the spell we're using. She's going to Wrath me, yep, and you can't roll through it. Now, the patch fixed Wrath of the Gods so that it doesn't have quite as many hit you frames as it used to. Oh, that's her spamming heal. Let's do the same. She's coming over to do Wrath again. That was it. She didn't even barely cast it that time. That was bullshit. Right, we're just going to try and whale her down at this point, because if she heals... Yep, we got her. So we get the actual key that she's been using this whole time to do this Rotunda stirring thing. It had absolutely nothing to do with miracles at all. We get a very good buffing miracle called Soothing Sunlight. It needs a lot of faith to use. We also get a reasonably good chime, I think, and we also get her gear. And as I say, because we invaded using an orb of the guilty, in other words, we were going there to punish the guilty, that doesn't count as a sin. We were just doing what is just, and we can now turn the Rotunda whenever the hell we want. So that's how you can fairly kill her. And she is a liar. If you read the description of the spell we got, Soothing Sunlight or whatever it was called, it says that it got pilfered from like some church long ago. So she stole it, basically. So that's why she's guilty, and we just punished her for her sin. Right, and now... let's go defeat the last boss, shall we? We need the King's Ring equipped to get back through the door to the Throne of Want. I'll go rest at the bonfire anyway, because I need to teleport there. So the last boss. The last boss is the Queen, Nashandra. For melee build, she's a big pain in the ass, because she erects pillars around her that inflict very, very quick curse on you. Constantly. And curse is a constant HP drain and lowers your max HP. She also inflicts massive build-up of curse with every melee hit from her scythe, which is also a pain. You can summon Ben-Hur, and you can summon the Head of Vingarl, same as you could for the Throne Defender and Throne Watcher fights. And as I was saying in those previous parts, if prior to now you have not fought and killed the Throne Defender and Throne Watcher, you have to fight them first, and then you get instantly thrown into the final fight. So keep that in mind. So Nashandra, if you keep her at range, she does beam attacks that are exceptionally easy to dodge as well. So that's why I think fighting her as a mage is actually going to be relatively easy compared to as a melee, because you can just keep your range and dodge her easy beam attacks and then go to town on her. And if she tries to focus on me, I'll just spend my time evading, and Ben-Hur and Vingarl should, oh, excuse my phone, should probably just annihilate her. Although they get affected by curse as well, so basically their whole HP disappears. But first, we're going to have the final conversation with the Emerald Herald, so I'll be quiet and let her speak.
My journey is already complete. My name is Shanalot. The dragon gave me this name, for I was born with none. I was born of dragons, contrived by men, by ones who would cozen fate herself. They are the ones who created me, but they failed. I did not come out as intended. Fate would not be bested, and men were cursed once again. If you proceed, Nashandra will come after you, knowing that you will take the throne and link the fire. She covets the first flame and the great soul. Put Nashandra to rest.
And that's it. I'll leave you to interpret what she just said in whatever way you want. Now obviously I could summon players. If it turns out that my strategy is flawed and I can't do it with NPCs, I will, but I think, I mean, on my very first character, my melee build that I played offline before the game was released for the purposes of review, Benhart, old Benhart, pre-patch, and Head of Vengarl were good enough, although I did kind of stay back and throw lightning spears because my first character ended up being somewhat of a paladin, kind of similar to what I'm planning for the PC release, which will probably be 2 or 3 days away when this uploads, maybe, unless I get well ahead and do lots of days of 2 parts per day. I'm trying to do that at the time I'm recording this, in fact, which is another reason why I shouldn't summon players now I think about it. So yeah, the fog wall is back up despite the fact we beat the Throne Watcher and Throne Defender, because Nashandra awaits us, and we're going to open the fight with Soul Spear, and we're going to summon Vengarl, we're going to summon Benhart. I'm glad he hasn't disappeared from here. I'm recording this right after the last part, by the way, so I have not seen any feedback on why Benhart was not present for the fight against Giant Lord. Not that it mattered in the end, because we did it. Right, we're going to get a cutscene and a little bit of conversation with Nashandra, and then we are straight into the battle. She is presumably Gravelord Nito's wife. She would not look out of place in an Aliens movie, in my opinion.
Now, be one with the dark.
Pretty badass looking last boss, if I do say so myself, although she is not as strong as perhaps you would like. She's going to beam attack. Oh wait, no, she summons her curse dealies first. Yeah, they shouldn't bother me, but she'll probably do a beam attack right after. Yeah, you two go in there and die. You can hit the pillars, by the way, to get rid of them, but I'm not going to do that. She's taking a lot of damage from magic. I know it doesn't look like I'm doing a lot to the bar, but look at the damage numbers, not the actual proportion of her HP. So Geyser, yeah, it did okay. I don't know why Vengarl is just sitting there. Oh, this is, she does a, yeah, if you see her push her glow into her chest, she's going to do an AoE kind of dark version of Wrath of the Gods. Get well away. There's Vengarl gone. She may come for me now. Nope, she's going straight for Benhart. Benhart is, look at his defense compared to Vengarl's now. They may have given him a bit too much. Well, let's do some homing crystal soul mass. I need to get my damage up. Yeah, this is going to be an easy win, even if she kills Benhart at this point. Although I would actually might like him to survive, so then I can see if I can still earn his gear. Maybe they fixed it so you don't need to kill Giant Lord. Yeah, it's going to be a bit spotty unless she turns to me. Oh, yeah, we've got this. Come on, Benhart, just hold in there a little bit longer. There we go. Nashandra is gone in one. Good job, Benhart. Good job. If you do not want to see the ending, now is the time to stop watching this part, and I will thank you now for watching if you have indeed stuck with the whole playthrough or just this part. I hope you had fun. But yeah, now we're going to get to see the ending once it decides to load it. There's not actually any talking for the most part, so I'm going to talk over it. The golems in front of the throne of Want come to life and form a bridge. You then sit down in the throne, and what happens beyond that I guess is up to you to decide. Shanlotti, or whatever the Emerald Herald said her name was, implies that you're about to light the first flame, or light a flame. I'm not sure if that's in relation to perhaps what you were doing in the first Dark Souls as well. I mean, wasn't that what you were doing? If you did the good ending, I mean, you decided to relight the flame or keep it kindled, as it were. I can't remember. But we should get some narration as our character walks across. Yep.
You link the fire. You who bear the curse. Once the fire is linked, souls will flourish anew, and all of this will play out again. It is your choice to embrace or renounce this. Great soul, sovereign. Take your throne. What lies ahead, only you can see.
And that, as they say, is that. I've heard some people complain about the ambiguity in the ending. I think that doesn't really matter because this is very much a game where it's about the journey rather than the destination. And I certainly hope that this has been a journey that you've enjoyed, because I have certainly enjoyed filming it. It was my very first mage character in any Souls game, and I really enjoyed playing it. It's a different way of playing, and I highly encourage people to try it out if they've traditionally been going with melee builds. You can't actually fast forward these credits, not that I would because, well, actually I would because they go on for a long time. But we can give the people at From Software the credit they deserve by letting them roll here while I kind of do a wrap up. I may not include all the like 10 minutes of credits. You get thrown straight back into the fire at Majula. You don't get thrown straight into New Game Plus. You have to choose to go into New Game Plus by selecting the option from the bonfire there. So you can go do all the other optional stuff. You can go make sure you've picked up every single item, you've collected all spells, etc. Actually, what I would like to do is run back and speak to Benhard, see if we can get his stuff. But as I say, it's like a long credit sequence. So what I may do instead, if depending on how long this wrap up goes, really, I'll write in the comments below whether Benhard gave me his gear or not when I spoke to him. But I do want to say thank you very much for watching this playthrough. I hope that you were entertained and also that I was helpful, that I helped you get through some tricky parts, whether you play as a mage or not. Oops, I hit my desk as I gesture with my hand even though you can't see me. Yeah, this has been one of the most successful series that I've done in recent memory, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm still itching to play more Dark Souls, and given how close the PC release is, I certainly hope in that part back a few days ago you all were behind my idea about doing a playthrough of the PC version. Different build again, slightly different mage of a sort. I have this really weird idea in mind for, I don't think it's going to be a practical build for like say player versus player. I don't think it'll work for that at all. It might not even work for player versus enemy to be honest, but it's a bit weird. It's a faith build that doesn't focus on healing and also doesn't quite go the paladin route. Maybe a little bit paladin-y. But I want to be Lightning Flik in the PC version. I want to be throwing nothing but lightning spears and all that kind of stuff. I want to just build into so much lightning damage that the very heavens crack like when the Looking Glass Knight does his lightning strike. I want that. That's what I have in mind anyway. Maybe it won't work, maybe it's a bad idea, but you know, it might be fun to see together whether or not that's the case. So, these credits are really long. I do highly suggest, even if you have watched all of this playthrough, whether it be a console version or the PC version that will be out a day or so from now, I highly suggest picking up Dark Souls 2. It was an amazing experience. I loved it a lot. Also, why does Shanalotte have a child credit? You never see the Emerald Herald as a child. Huh, I never really paid attention to that. Still, that is an amazing voice cast as well. Pretty much all British actors. They picked really well. So yeah, also, stay tuned. Yeah, mild-mannered Peter Serafinowicz. That's how you spell his name if you want to Google him. Yes, a day or so after this, or maybe on this very day, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go, but there's going to be a video posted of my top 5 best and worst bosses in Dark Souls 2. The ones I enjoyed the most, and the ones I enjoyed the least. So please show your support on that video as well, and thank you for the support this series has seen once more. I'm going to go now while these credits wrap up. See you at the start of the PC version. Flik the Mage's journey ends for now, but it may be brought back if there's ever any DLC. We'll see. Ta-ta for now, everybody.